the battle for the heart of New York. It's the coach. This is Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the rare road game for the New York Giants on their home field as they square off against their MetLife Stadium co-tenants, the New York Jets. I'll see you again in halftime. But for now, let's get it up to East Rutherford. Standing by are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with... That other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense heading out, and they, of course, have made the move. They're going with a rookie, Daniel Jones out of Duke. 6th overall pick in this year's draft. Second QB taken after Kyler Murray. And it's his show now, though he obviously has some awfully big shoes to fill. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 12 carries, 64 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw to play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 saw. Pilot. 64. Reach. Hey, exit. Let's go. Let's go. Ready?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Here's Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. No, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Sliding out of the pocket, and he finds Penny. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. It was a bigger, stronger guy.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On second down, it's Bell. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. On the counter, here's Bell. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Looking for the end zone, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
He's crossing. He's checking quick. 3, 218. Go.
On 1st and 10, Jones flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
To throw again. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Jones. That one caught by Ellison. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
60 Pittsburgh. Squeeze. Time go. Go. It comes to me, it's me. 5.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jones to throw again. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. The quick slant caught, and he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And Barkley will try to punch it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Let's go.
We take a look ahead at what's to come later tonight. Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Vikings and the Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Seahawks and the Niners from Levi's Stadium. And we were in the Bay Area for the Raiders on Thursday night. Now right back out to watch the Niners on Monday night. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike 29.
On first down, Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Darnold. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right. So we've reached halftime with a visiting Giants, I guess you could say, on top of the Jets in this New York rivalry. As we'll send you down the coast now to... And now, due to apparent time constraints, we've had... Forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. From the 31, Darnold. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll run it again with Barkley, and he'll be taken down at the 34.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That one complete to Anderson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Darnold now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and a couple, Darnold incomplete.
brings up 3rd down and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Barkley unable to get away on the 1st down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Back to throw. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Looking to throw. Jones. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold, throw complete to Herndon. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
You got it. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Darnold throwing complete to Crowder. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talks about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Darnold finding Anderson here, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And Anderson's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Darnold from the red zone now. Herndon's got it complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Look at me. Go. Get it.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
X3, 218, chop, 2.
Now it's Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep every.